My one-word review of this album is triumphant. This is a modern and fresh-feeling album, proving prog is still alive and well, thank you very much. Long-form songwriting is central to Time Frames, the latest release from Jonas Lindberg and The Other Side. Several tracks run between 8 and 17 minutes, with only 2 pieces falling below the 8-minute mark. Each is its own little sonic world, though the album feels cohesive. So I'm new to Jonas Lindberg's music, just as an aside, so take my impressions in that context. This isn't the kind of prog that leans heavily into technical showmanship for its own sake. Instead, it reminds me somewhat of the Alan Parsons Project, just like a modern Alan Parsons Project, in its emphasis on memorable melodies, muscular songwriting, and accessible arrangements, and also the fact that there are a host of excellent male and also a female vocalists. Lindberg himself even sings as well in a couple tracks to help bring these songs to life, often with really outstanding results, and the harmonies are incredible, some incredible harmonies in this album. The result is the music sounds approachable on the surface while offering plenty to listeners who appreciate skilled musicianship and very high quality, tasteful production. Some of the music reminds me of the 1980s prog, like Yes, in a good way. Jonas has spoken, though, of the 90s prog, like Spock's Beard and Flower Kings, as his big inspirations. Worth mentioning, too, that Jonas records most of the music himself and mixes it as well. He did record all this album mostly in a studio, although the drummer recorded his own parts. Jonathan Lundberg is his name. They were really well played and exceptional, actually, throughout the entire album. There's flashes of the 1970s around in this album too, with instrumental passages that have synth leads that remind me a little of Genesis, and I love the use of keys and synths throughout all of the album. It's got lots of really good synth tones. My biggest takeaway and what I find most endearing about the album is its sheer sense of scale and the positive energy it radiates. There are some really uplifting musical moments on this album. It's filled with an almost tangible sense of optimism. So in an era when so much progressive rock leans toward, darker, more introspective territory, Time Frames feels refreshingly open-hearted and life-affirming. Not that the lyrics are all rainbows and prog puppies. They reflect a lot of inner toil and tension and strain, and that's easier to relate to. The fretless bass on a couple of tracks, including the last track, The Wind, is notable and demonstrates Jonas' great love and mastery of the instrument in its different forms. He actually performs a lot of upright bass in some working gigs. He has a duo he performs with. He also plays some incredible bass runs throughout the album. Just really solid, great bass playing. If you listen to the first minute of the album and last minute of the album, you'll get a masterclass in how to open and close a record. The introduction feels like passing through a grand musical gateway, drawing you into a world that is that album from its very first notes. And then the other end, the final minutes, deliver a sweeping crescendo, triumphant finale that feels almost cinematic. It's the kind of ending where the credits start rolling up and you're just sitting there sort of picking your jaw up off the floor. So for what it is, Time Frames is an incredibly tidy and accomplished piece of work. It's sleek, crisp, and melodically soaring throughout with no real rough edges, so likely appealing to listeners who enjoy the polished sound of the 80s prog pop and 90s prog pop. So we at Prog Dog, we want to score it an impressive 4.5 out of 5 dog bones. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below about what you thought of this album, what you thought of my review. Support the channel by leaving a thumbs up and subscribing and hitting the bell icon, and also support the channel by visiting my eBay store, The Wolfe Warehouse, for vintage sci-fi and fantasy novels mostly, but also some music and CDs and albums. Thanks for watching. This is Canada's leading progressive rock YouTube channel. I'm Dean Wolfe, signing off. Bye-bye.